Home field, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. Showing the slab in today's game, Hunter Brown. What do you got on him, Chris?
Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in this ball game, but important just to try to diffuse that. Take your deep breaths, step off the mound, do whatever you need to do to get yourself in a position. I wouldn't try to get all the strikeouts early. Get the defense involved in this ball game, see if they can get you through a few innings, and then find that groove.
Just about to get started. Here's Francisco Lindor. And this one is off and running. Strike two. Next offering is outside.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Juan Soto now. Brown.
That's outside.
He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And
that's
another ball.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
And there's ball four. Brown will challenge that pitch, thinking it's a strike. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges. And that one fouled off. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Swing and a ground ball. Nice grab. Nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And taking the ball for the Mets, Freddie Peralta. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in this ball game, but important just to try to diffuse that. Take your deep breaths, step off the mound, do whatever you need to do to get yourself in a position. I wouldn't try to get all the strikeouts early. Get the defense involved in this ball game, see if they can get you through a few innings, and then find that groove.
Pena jumps out of the way of ball one.
Aye.
And a 1-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Now all even up. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. And ball one.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Check swing. He went. And the count 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. That one way inside.
Ball, that's outside. Ball.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Carrying well. Out of here. He hammers one out to center. The Astros strike first. It's 1-0. Here's Carlos Correa. Brings it in for the third out. On now to the top half of inning number 2. And stepping in for New York, Jorge Polanco. Polanco, in his 10th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one ripped, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second, and that's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the second.
That's a ball.
That one finds the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. And next for New York, Brett Beatty. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez.
Ball, that's out.
Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering is fouled back. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Man at second. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Astros, Christian Walker. Swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
Oh, great stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. And next to hit for Houston, Cam Smith. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And here is Yainer Diaz. Peralta thought that was a strike, and here's the challenge. And on further review, it was a strike. Still 2 challenges left for them. Smith stands at first with 1 out. Fought off foul. The 0-2. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. And the 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's a 1-2. And that's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. The throw to third, and he's got no chance. He's out. Joey Loperfido up next for the Astros. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Tap dances out of the way of that one. Just misses.
Outside.
2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That K is his 3rd of the game. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Luis Robert Jr. That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. He wastes no time on this one, and we're level. It's 1-1. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. And that one fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
There's a swing and a miss.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. This one in the air. Walker settles underneath it. 1 down. Back to the top of the Mets order. Francisco Lindor now at the plate. Led off the game with a strikeout.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Fouled off left side. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 2 away now. Here's Juan Soto. Walked his first time. Not close with that one, and it's 1-0.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Line drive, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. He popped out his first time. Tied up here in the early going.
He left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Swings through that.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Goes down looking. As we go to the last of the third, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
Ball one.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Bunting for a hit. Alvarez to first in time. Got him as he tried to bunt his way aboard. So the Houston lineup turns over. Jeremy Pena will hit next. Struck out swinging his first time. And a strike of the outside corner at 95. In the air, right field. Taylor on his way over. Reaching for it and brings it in. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball two.
This one in the air, center field. Robert should have this one. And that's the inning. On to the fourth, and stepping in for New York, Jorge Polanco.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Swings and misses. 0-2. That one's upstairs, ball one. On the ground. Tosses to first. And one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Here is Marcus Semien. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. This to third, and that's a fair ball. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Beatty batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
No,
Ball
he's
one.
really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole.
Simeon runs.
That's
Pitch
ball two.
misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Now there's a bullet down the line. Coming around third is Simeon. He will score, and they take the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't.
And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw,
He's safe.
but it's not in time. Base hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that
Too high.
case.
Ball.
Robert up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 on, 1 out. Oh, and this one gets away. Runners hold. Count moves to 2-0.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
Two down. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1.
No,
He never
inside.
moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
On the ground to the
Nope,
left.
that's foul.
Down the line, and it's foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. And brings it in at the wall. Bottom of the 4th, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve.
Hey.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
That missed by a lot. Ball 1. Just
Ball 2.
missed.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Line drive. And there's one away. Now Correa up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. Strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Out towards right center field. 2 down. And now it's Christian Walker. Grounded out his first time up.
Hey.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a ball popped up. Simeon under this one. And the inning is over. We go to the top of the fifth. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Brown back to work. Foul ball there. Next offering is fouled back. The shortstop takes the ball. Way inside, gets out of the way. Just missed the inside corner, and now it's 3-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Right side, and that's just foul. And a payoff pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. This one in the air. Pena has a beat on it. And there's one down. And now it's Juan Soto. 1 for 2. Check swing to the first pitch. Look down to third. And Matthew Ross right on it, says he held up. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Hey!
Two. These first two hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. 2 down, base is empty. And up next for New York, Bo Bichette. And first offering is fouled off. To the right side. It's through for a hit. And that gives Jorge Polanco a chance to hit with 2 out.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Ball.
The 1-0. And there's a foul ball. One now.
Ball, that's out.
Bichette, the runner at first with 2 gone.
What do you got?
Polanco checks his swing, appeal to third, no swing.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. Ryan Weiss gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now Marcus Semien steps up in a big spot. Check swing, but he went too far. It's 0-1. First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and that loads the bases. All loaded up. Beatty digs in now. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. Grand slam. He circles the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 6-1. And now Francisco Alvarez. Ball one there. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. And that one did find the strike zone. So they've still got both their challenges.
Inside, ball 1.
Two down, nobody on. Fly ball down the line. Ranging back. And it's a foul ball, but it had the distance.
No, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Altuve slings to first. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Astros, Cam Smith.
Well, these Astros just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And a quick out, number 1. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Single to right in his first trip. And a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And that's 4 strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. So next up for Houston, Joey Loperfido. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Strike 3 on the foul tip. Top of the 6th inning, and stepping in for New York, Luis Robert Jr.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
0-2 now. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Tyrone Taylor getting ready to hit. Tap foul at the plate. The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. And there's the ball.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long.
Walker. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Bottom of the 6th, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
Aye!
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning. So back to the top of the order. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena.
Ball 1.
And the 1-0.
Ball
He's
2.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Throw comes in. Runner stopped. 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out. Yordan Alvarez. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate.
Ball.
The 1-0.
Ball 2.
And
That's
another
ball
ball. The Astros down 5, trying to battle back here in the bottom of the 6th. And now 3-1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's got a chance. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Both runners tagging. In to score is the runner from 3rd. Jose Altuve steps up in a big spot here. He's already homered in this game. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And
Ball
that
1.
misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. One and 2 now. Altuve waits.
3.
Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone. Well, now here's Carlos Correa with a chance to hit. Hit hard on the ground to short. Lindor on to first. And Correa retired. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. We go to the top of the 7th, and stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And a foul ball.
Yep, that ball went out.
One, two now. This one in the air, right field. Smith, long run on his horse.
Time,
and
that
an
ball bounced
automatic
over.
double as it
Two
hops
base.
the fence. Number 46 comes on now.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
Next to hit,
Hey.
Jorge Polanco. Check swing called strike. That's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
That one
Ball one.
missed. Almost got him.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Sets him down looking. And that is a big first out. Runners at second and third and one out. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets.
In this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
0-1. That one fouled off. Two on, one out. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. One run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away. And next is the designated hitter, Brett Beatty. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball. Ah.
This one in the air, center field. And he makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. It's 8-2. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. 1 for 3.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Now
Ball,
1-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
The 1-2. On the ground, out to short. Throws to first
He's
in
out.
time. Out number 3. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith. He is singled and he is flied to left.
Let's go, Cam.
Just
Ball,
off the
inside.
inside edge. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right
Nope.
there.
Outside.
Diaz, the next to hit, takes ball 1. The 1-0.
Ball, that's out.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Slides, but he can't come up with it. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. We're at the top of the 8th, and stepping in for New York, Luis Robert Jr.
Hey!
The 0-1. And a swing and a miss down on strikes, and that's the first out. And now the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Hey!
The 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Back to the top of the order now, and now it's Frankie Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Sliced hard but foul. 2 down, nobody on. Hard liner. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
He had a pretty ugly offer going into this game up until that at bat, so a little sigh of relief there. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
In the dirt. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is fouled back.
Ball.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Correa to first. They get the out on Soto, and that's the inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Brian Hudson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Loperfido leading things off and takes a strike. Hudson, 28 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2015. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And next to hit for Houston, Jake Myers. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And there are 2 down. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Right through there for a strike. That one fouled off. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Stays alive. The 2-2 on the way. And down on strikes he goes, and that'll do it. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Nate Pearson.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Ball. That's
Bichette,
inside.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
Hey!
And a 1-2. Slice to right, and that'll fall for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Check swing called strike. That is strike 2. And they'll do it again. The 0-2. That one the other way. Base hit. The throw in. Safe at second.
He beat it.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
First and second and nobody out. Now it's Marcus Semien. And
Ball,
that one
that's
upstairs. Ball 1. Double play ball to second. There's one. How about that double play? Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
Here we go, Nate.
Nope.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here at the top of the 9th.
Aye.
That one
That's
way
ball 2.
inside. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Loperfido on the move.
No,
and that
foul
one is
ball.
foul. So we'll try it again. Here's the 2-2. And that one
Inside,
is
ball
inside.
3.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. So they turn things over to the righty, Angel De Los Santos.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep this score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Alvarez
Ball, that pitch
in the
is up.
box now as he leaves that one up high. Inside.
That's inside.
And that's ball 2. Swing and a foul out of play. Two on, 2 outs. And
Nope,
delivers
outside.
outside. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. And the 3-1. High fly ball, right field. Smith under it. And that is that. Bottom 9. Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Well, that bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Here's your 1. On the ground, right side, but it kicks foul. 0-2 now. That's a little bit low.
down.
And that one is downstairs. Ball 2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Jose Altuve up to hit here. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
And the 1-0.
Ball, that's in.
Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. And a swing and a miss. And the 2-2. In the air, left field. And it's out of reach after the slow first step. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And here comes Carlos Correa. That
Ball
one
one.
a little bit high. Ball 1. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Just
that's
missed. And that one fouled off. Payoff pitch. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back there. Brings it in. Runner tagging from first. Tobias Myers gets the ball now.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Walker
Ball one.
at the plate and takes high there.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch. Pretty
that's
easy to
off the
give
plate.
up on that
Ball
pitch
2.
right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Close,
Ball
but
3.
called a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Pitcher thought that was a strike. He's going to challenge. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Myers is just 1 strike away.
Inside
That
ball.
turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Man at second. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
8-2 the final here. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long